Pops, we are back.
Yeah,
Got the new merch.
you do, and it looks damn good on you.
Thank you. And today we're going to be talking about some issues that our dear friends over at General Motors are facing.
General Motors has issues?
Okay, when you read this headline for the first time,
Yeah.
first you laughed.
Yes.
Then I reminded you that this is actually really sad and not good.
Yes. GM tells some Bolt owners to park 50 feet away from other cars. So, they're afraid that, well, if they park close to other cars when their Bolt goes up in flames, it'll catch those nearby cars in flames. Now, my concern is when I'm walking down the street, do I cross to the other side if I see that I might have to walk next to a Bolt?
Does this... Okay, we're going to get into what actually happened. It obviously has to do with the lithium-ion batteries.
Yes.
And there's actually a proposed remediation step, so we'll talk about that as well, the fix. I want to kind of backtrack there, Dad. Have you ever heard of anything like this? Is this like the Ford Pinto equivalent of our times?
Well,
And for those who don't know about the Ford Pinto, that was if you got rear-ended in one, it was going to burst into flames.
typically because of where the gas tank was placed, that it would burst into flames, and which was why the smart Ford dealers included a free asbestos driving suit with every Pinto sold.
And GM will too, evidently.
GM's got some. I mean, these are some of the issues that you face when you try to become an electric vehicle manufacturer. GM does not manufacture the batteries. LG does. So I know their slogan is "Life is good," except in a Bolt. We don't know. And when I say we, it's a collective we of the manufacturers and the buying public. We don't know what we don't know when it comes to electric vehicles and what some of these issues can be. And this is just an example of what engineers thought was going to be a fine product that turns out, well, because there's these battery issues, they can just go up in flames.
And we've seen for a long time, we do a lot of dealer incentives or customer incentive videos, kind of outlining, hey, what are the best incentives in the market
Yes.
right now? And we've seen incredible incentives on prior model year and current model year Bolts.
Yes, when you were allowed to sell
When you
them.
were allowed to sell them. Yeah, there's
Yes.
obviously a stop sale on them
Yes.
right now. And now you're kind of, it's like, okay, not only was there not demand for it, but also maybe there wasn't a ton of confidence in how the vehicles were even produced. You got to imagine people were aware of these issues before the public became aware of them, obviously. That's how the public becomes aware of them.
I think the manufacturer became aware of them when some Bolt owners had situations when they were charging their vehicles, and a lot of people. I mean, and they were charging the vehicles, and the vehicles burst into flames. So the first piece of advice from GM was, well, don't park your car in your garage, because, well, typically your garage is attached to your home. So if the car were to go up in the flames, we didn't want your home to go up in flames.
Yeah.
And now it's, well, don't
park
park
near.
within 50 feet of, well, any living thing or automotive thing.
Have you ever heard of any company doing anything like that? Like, this actually reminds me of another battery-related situation. It was those batteries in, I guess, the Samsung phones.
Yes.
Remember when those
Yeah.
you couldn't go on airplanes
Planes with them, yes.
Same technology, too.
Yes, stuff happens. Obviously I've never heard of that before. I mean, and nobody at Ford said to people, well, don't park your Pinto in the garage, because the only way your Pinto would have gone up in flames is if somebody drove through your garage door and rear-ended your Pinto. But this is, where the car can spontaneously
Combust. Erupt.
into flames.
Burst.
Yeah. Spontaneous, eruption.
10 months. But there's a proposed solution. There are two proposed solutions from General Motors. I'm going to read from the Automotive News article. 10 months after the Chevrolet Bolt's initial recall, GM has outlined two solutions to eliminate the fire risk. That's good.
Cool.
Module replacements starting next month, so in October, and new diagnostic software that identifies potentially dangerous anomalies or damaged batteries. So there's a software fix.
Yeah.
Which I know I've read a lot of comments out there. If if the Chevy Bolt had the Tesla over-the-air software infrastructure, they could have patched
Fixed
it over
already,
the air.
yes.
but they don't.
Yes.
So there's going to be this new diagnostic system that they have to install, or new software that they have to install at the dealership.
Yes.
And also the Bolt, the actual like battery replacement that's going to happen as well. Just not a good look for anyone that's involved.
No, and it's not a good
GM.
look for people that own them.
No, I mean, because they're obviously the ones.
I mean, if let's say you were a young family with a young child.
Yeah.
Are you taking that child for a drive in your Bolt?
No, definitely not.
No.
So the recall, 110,000 cars in the United States have been recalled, and the estimated cost to GM, 1.8
billion
with a B dollars.
I wonder how many rechargeable batteries you can buy for 1.8. Well, about enough for 110,000 cars, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
So anyway, that's what's going on with GM. That's what's going on with the Bolt. It's like initially when you read the headlines, kind of funny, and then you think about it more, and it's really sad.
Yes,
quite scary.
And if I'm not mistaken, they're coming out with the new Cadillac Lyriq shortly, which is an EV. They're coming out with the Hummer EV.
How much confidence as a consumer can you have in that?
None, absolutely none. If I were a consumer, I'd say, okay, well, let's see how they fare 3, 4, 5 years from now.
And you've made some comments in prior videos about brand new, not necessarily model refreshes, but brand new vehicles coming to market.
Yes.
You've said, I mean, unless you're a diehard fan of it, wait a couple years because there's usually some kinks to get ironed out.
Yes, there's always kinks to get ironed out, and this is not a good kink.
Well, and that also kind of brings like this will be one of potentially many kinks. Some of the typical kinks that come with a brand new vehicle coming to production could be like aesthetic or appearance things, like door panel gaps. But there could also be
engineering issues. We'll see. But yeah, it's. I feel bad for those people that have purchased a Bolt in the past, and hopefully, obviously, General Motors is trying to do their best to stand behind it and correct the issues that there are.
New modules come with an 8-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty.
Or fire, whichever occurs first.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
You're funny.